Welcome back. Your time at 7:41, and Halloween is right around the corner. And with all the spookiness in the air, you may be asking yourself, is it a ghost? Or is it your imagination?
Well, here to help you find out and get those answers, we have Paul Sanders and Melanie Thorpe, and they were at the South Carolina Paranormal and Research Investigations, and they let us get into their heads and into kind of some of the stuff that they do.
Yeah. All right. So let's start out. How did you guys get involved? You have a crazy story.
I joined before her, and I've just always kind of wanted to do this. Ever since I was a kid, I was into weird things, reading books about stuff like this. So I finally got to join. Never really had any personal experiences, but we do have some members who had like personal experiences, and that's why they kind of get involved. Melanie is one of those.
Yeah, speaking of personal, just kind of the cliff notes.
I had reached out. Things started really going crazy in my house, and I had reached out to a different paranormal team, and they came to investigate. They came in and ran out the door, basically, and kind of just left me hanging. So it was so bad. I was sleeping in my car in my driveway, and I reached out to SCPRAI, and they came out, did an investigation. We got all sorts of cool evidence in the house. We got a cleansing, and it slowed down. And since then, I have to do continuous cleansings. There's still stuff there. But
so is your house like on a graveyard or something, or on bad land?
Or it is not. Okay. We've researched
demonic
the
rituals.
Land. I know. Apparently, there was a Colonel William Height whose family was apparently killed on that area, which would be the neighborhood, and by Cherokee Indians. Whether or not that has anything to do with anything, we don't know.
I want to jump in, though. Tell me what kind of things were happening in your house.
I've been walking through the kitchen. I'll have a little child hold my hand. I've had covers taken off my bed. I see people walking up and down the hallway.
Girl.
I've been sworn at. You know, it got really, really out of hand. I had a lamp actually fly off a counter and break. And,
oh, no.
And it was just me in the house. There was no one else. No cats, no anything to get up on a counter, do anything.
So what happened when the other people ran out? Like, why did they run out?
They were upstairs investigating one of the rooms, and they came downstairs and basically said we had to go.
Wow.
Oh,
I reached out. I tried to get the evidence that they got. Never would respond. Never heard from them again.
Now, you say that there are teams. You have like more than one team. You've got enough equipment.
Yeah,
for
we have
people
about 3 sets of equipment and about around 30 members, so that we can spread out. We do the whole state of South Carolina, so we make sure we're kind of covered everywhere in every section of the state.
I had no idea this was like a thing. Seriously.
I know I'm into this stuff. That's why
most teams are a lot smaller than us. Like in South Carolina, they have probably anywhere from like 5 to maybe 10 members, but they get a whole lot of less cases than we do. Sometimes we'll even hand cases off to other teams if we're really busy. Be like, hey, can you take this, because we don't want this person to wait for months.
Look at this
Group
picture.
photo.
Tell us what's that's all about.
That's St. Albans Sanitarium. That's in Virginia. We went there just this year for our team trip. So we usually do 1 or 2 team trips a year. We plan them out months in advance too, to make sure that we can go and we're not like double booking with clients and stuff like that.
So for this, so we'll talk about the clients in a second, but for something like that, what's the typical investigation like?
Sometimes we spend the night there. We did sleep there in the conference room, and the motion lights would come on in the middle of the night, but the motion lights were on the other end and they didn't go on. The first night we stayed in there, but the second night we stayed there, it came on like 4 or 5 times. So we're like, well, what's different tonight than it was last night?
Do you guys have like like if somebody wants to join your team, do they have to have like certain prerequisites?
No, not necessarily. No, it does help sometimes if you're a techie person, or if you know a lot of stuff of metaphysical and stuff like that. But they just fill out an application. Right now we are not taking any members unless someone drops out. So that's how we're doing right now.
Okay, let's say I wake up, I hear demon voice, demon man in my bedroom.
Oh my God.
I have it, but I'm just saying,
I got some holy oil for you.
Spritz me. All right, I need to contact you guys. What steps do I take?
Just go to our website at www.scprai.org and fill out the request for investigation form, and somebody usually will call you within 24 to 48 hours.
It's free? It costs?
Free, no cost. We do accept donations, but those are not expected and we do not ask. So
have you ever been to a house and it's like, this is nothing, it's your pipes are bad?
Yes, or it's there's something called EMF sickness too. So we actually use this detects EMF. Sometimes they believe it can also pick up like spirit energy, but what it is if you have like a lot of electronics or bad wiring that can gives off EMF, which can make you sick, can make you hallucinate, make you have nosebleeds.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
So that's one thing we also do is to see if
Wow.
if it's one of these things that's making you experience, and it's not necessarily like a spirit. or
Tell us a little bit about this stuff you guys have here. If you
So this is, I tell everybody, if you're going to do this, you need a voice recorder, because you're most likely going to get evidence this way, like getting voices that you didn't hear at the time. EVPs is what it's
We're kind of
what's
running out
called.
of time. So
Yeah,
keep going.
okay.
Okay.
This is a REM pod, so this is this also does EMF, but it's also a proximity thing. You touch it and it'll light up.
Okay.
This is a bear. It kind of talks.
Okay.
We'll usually put like a voice recorder with it, and
Ooh.
so like if it's a child spirit, it'll maybe talk back to the bear. We might catch that.
Okay.
And that's just the
Oh,
case.
that's the
Okay.
container.
And they did that, and that's the spirit box. So this is radio waves, and we play it backwards really fast. And so if we feel like if we get something audible, then it's something trying to talk to us. Like we got California at her house. Like so that's a really
We
good
were asking
one.
where
Three-syllable,
are you from?
And got
California.
Yeah.
So it's
Whoa.
very
Wow.
difficult to get
Yeah,
a big
got that.
syllable word in a backwards
Right.
FM or AM.
And it's going super
station.
fast.
Yeah.
And then one final thing we want to look at, we had a video real quick that we were going to show. It's of a shadow man,
Yeah,
right?
we
I think
call him
we
the
still
Shadow
have
Man.
that.
Yeah, this
Deonica.
was actually caught in Simpsonville in someone's home. So if you look, the camera's going to kind of zoom in at one point, and you'll see it right there. So yeah, kind of walk towards you. If you look towards the left,
I see.
yeah. So you'll see his arm.
Oh, creepy.
You'll see. You can actually kind of see the sleeve
I
of his
can't- I
shirt.
can't do
Yeah.
shadow.
So what
people.
makes this happen? Why does this happen?
Sometimes it's residual energy. You know, it could have been someone that maybe passed in the home, or the house is just there. You know, something that had been there previously. It can be an intelligent haunting where, you know, this guy, you can answer questions for you that you're responding, but a lot of it is residual energy.
Yes.
They don't really even realize they're there.
Energy, yeah.
They're just passing through, and they keep playing. It's like a loop
Yeah,
tape.
yeah.
They just keep looping back around. So.
Wow.
All right, and if they want to check you guys out, we're wrapping up here. Your website?
www.scprai.org. We also have a podcast, SCPRAI Podcast Network, in most places where you can get that. And then we also have a YouTube channel under the same name, SCPRAI
Cool.
Podcast.
Melanie, Paul, South Carolina Paranormal Research and Investigation.
All right.
All right, thanks
Thank
guys
you guys
so
you.
much
Thank you
for
for having us.
having us.
Appreciate it. And we will be right back, so stay with us.